Samantala, inalis naman sa pwesto ang 4 sa 5 district director ng Philippine National Police sa Metro Manila. Kabilang sa mga tinanggal ang hepe ng Quezon City Police na si Chief Superintendent Richard Albano, Manila Police Chief Superintendent Rolando Asuncion, Chief Superintendent Jose Villacorte ng Southern Police at Chief Superintendent Edgar Layo ng Northern Police District. Tanging ang direktor lang ng Eastern Police District na si Abelardo Villacorta ang hindi natinag sa pwesto. Kasama rin sa mga inalis ang 14 na station commander sa National Capital Region. Ayon kay Interior Local Government Secretary Mar Rojas, ang rigadon sa mga opisyal ng PNP ay bilang bahagi na ipinapatupad na reinvigorated anti-criminality campaign sa Metro Manila.
Who wants to be a pig?
Aswerte.
Who wants to be a pig?
Pag pig ka, millionaire ka eh.
Ha?
Pag pig ka, millionaire ka.
Ang reasoning naman daw niya kasi ayaw niya ng mabaho at saka ayaw niya ng lamok.
Wow.
At least kung may last supper, may last pahinga ang pig. Di ba?
Di kaya kung imported yung mga pigs, but even
Pero
local.
baka may scientific explanation.
That's why they want
Pinapataba.
Nakakatulog ng mahimbing ang mga pigs, no?
Yung ano nila, yung lote nila, parang hinambing yun sa San Juan eh. Kasing laki daw ng San Juan City. Yung,
Luneta.
Yeah, yung 300 plus hectares na.
Where is it? Batangas?
Rosario,
Batangas.
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 At malapit sa racetrack.
Yeah.
At well, yung isang TV station kung ang ginawa nila, tinanong nila yung mga mamamayan na naniniraan sa Rosario at tinanong nila kung saan, kung alam nila kung saan yung ang farm, no, ni Binay. Halos lahat sumagot eh.
Alam.
Doon alam nila. Alam nila.
At
Sinabi rin nga na chinek rin sa munisipyo kung sino yung nag-apply ng municipal permits, no, sa farm, at sinabi ng mga tao sa munisipyo alam nila kay Labina eh.
Three front nila, Agri-Tourism Park. No?
Agri-Tourism Park.
Owned by
Sanchamp. Now, maganda yung tanong nga ni Senator Alan Cayetano, kung totoo man nag-divest noong 2010 at yan ay sinabi ni Vice President Binay, dapat yan ay pumasok sa Statements of Assets and Liabilities. Magre-reflect, no? So, yun ba ay na-reflect?
Doon mayor pa siya.
Ha?
Even at least no mayor pa siya.
Oo. So, yun ang kailangan tignan. At tinitignan ngayon ng Anti-Money Laundering Council, no?
When you see the aerial view that is being shown sa news, no, ang laki niya, ang lawak niya. And sinasabi nila farm mukha daw hacienda.
Hacienda.
Hindi, mukha siya mga British na yung mga British na farms na mga duke.
Yes.
Diba? May mga maze pa na mga...
Yun ang curious, yung maze, no? At I'm sure, hindi naman bawal lumipad sa territory niyan. If you're passing by, you will always see it. No? You will always see it. So I'm sure yung mga iba't ibang mga networks will be sending their choppers to look at the area kung totoo man. Kasi madali lang naman kung talagang hindi totoo yung picture, magpalipad sila ng chopper, kunan nila. At kung wala talagang maze doon, may nagsisinungaling. Kung makita talaga na merong ganun na setup, na piggery, may maze, tapos yung mga bahay at 40 car garage, then ibang usapin na yan. Ngayon, with regard to pag may-ari ng Sanchamp, well, makikita rin yan, no? Kailan pumasok, ano yung level of investment, no? At ang tanong nga, kung kailan talaga binili, anong taon. So these are questions that Tony Chu will be answering the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee in the next hearing.
And the capability of the person who bought it from Binay,
also,
I think
yan
that
isa
should
pa.
be accountable.
But again, like I said, kung usapin ng agricultural land, mababa ang presyo yan. No?
Kung dati.
10 pesos per square meter, if ever, at that time. Maswerte nga, 5, because I remember yung lupa ng aking lolo sa Bataan, nung niland reform, kinukuha ng gobyerno ng 1 peso and 50 centavos per square meter. Agricultural land. So you can just imagine, that's just 15,000 pesos per hectare.
Wow.
So it's not impossible na maging 10 pesos per square meter yan at the time that it was bought in maybe 1990 kung totoo yan yung presyo, no? Dahil mura nga talaga ang agricultural land before, no? So kaya pwedeng bumili ng iba't ibang mga parcels yan at certain times para lumaki at lumaki. So yun yung importante dito. At yung issue rin sa jurisdictional challenge, tama si Senator Coco, pinag-usapan namin ni Attorney George kahapon, nagpakita na si Mayor Junjun Binay nung initial hearing. And so yung pag-question niya sa jurisdiction ng subcommittee on subcommittee ng Senate Blue Ribbon is belated, no? So he says stop, no? Yun ang position from questioning it, and as a matter of fact, based on the reasoning of Senator Coco, sabi nga niya, si Mayor Junjun nga was the one who set the tone of the hearing when he said that the building was not overpriced, it was a green building, no? So dahil doon, syempre, uungkatin talaga yung usapin tungkol sa Makati parking building.
Yung sa asyenda niya, pwede bang pag napatunayan na galing sa ibang money yun or masamang money yun, pwedeng i-claim yun agad ng government? Pwedeng bawiin yun ng government sa kanila?
Pwede, i-forfeit. No? At yun na nga.
Pero matagal pa, mahabang proseso
dadaan sa proseso pa. Dahil you cannot just grab it back without a judicial declaration that it has been forfeited back to the government.
Okay.
So it will go through the process as any case would do. So matatagalan.
Yeah.
Ngayon, ang kailangan lang talaga ma-pierce, no? Malaman talaga kung sino ba talaga yung may-ari nitong lupang ito. Ang binanggit ni Vice Mayor Mercado sa hearing kahapon, lumalabas na naman yung pangalan ni Jerry Limlingan, no, as part of the directors. May lumalabas rin, I think, no, if I'm not mistaken, a lawyer who's a partner of the law firm of Abby Pinay. No? So we don't know. This has still kailangan imbestigahin pa na mas malalim para malaman kung dummy corporation ba talaga o hindi. In real, sa legal practice, lawyers do make corporations that shield, no? That shield people. Now, it's a question now of piercing the veil, corporate veil, to find out if it is used for fraud. No? Dahil putting up corporations, hindi naman bago yan. Blind trust. Yeah. Ang sinasabi nga ng mga abogado So, yun nga, napapasama tuloy.
But when you make that veil
yun
is that a gray area that's allowed or it's totally illegal?
No, because you cannot you have to look at the corporation separate from the individuals, no? Now, unless it is used for fraud, then you pierce the veil.
How do they do that? How do they prove that it's just like parang a front na hindi naman totoong corporation?
Well, like what they're doing, no? They look at the papers, they look at the where the money is coming from, no? And then paano nasusustain yan. So, yun ginagawa ng Senate Blue Ribbon and maybe the other investigative offices is they're doing the right thing. That's the only way to do it. Dahil kung hindi mo ma-prove that there was fraud, you cannot pierce the corporate veil.
Kasi it's a common practice in the Philippines, di ba? Like
not only, even in the States.
In the States, that one majority owner and then he just puts his name ng mga kamag-anak, kaibigan, and put shares.
Well, yung law system rin naman natin base rin sa laws ng ibang bansa. So yun yung sinusundan rin natin. Hangga't nga mapatunayan na merong masamang ginawa, no? May ibang character ang corporation sa tao.
But not talking about yung kung may masamang ginawa, but are there specific laws, like for example, the SEC guidelines that you're not allowed to do that?
No, pwede naman magtayo ng kwan Kasi if you look at it, there's a natural person and there's a juridical person. They're both separate.
Okay.
So a juridical person is a corporation. It can be sued on its own.
On its own, without holding the board liable.
Yes. So ang kailangan mo patunayan dyan, yung acts ng board ba ay would show na sila rin ay may connivance sa ginawa ng korporasyon.
Okay.